like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
Well, you aren't kidding.
So here's Miami's starting group. We've got Tyler Hero. Bam Adebayo is out there with Wiggins. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the 5 down low.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Here's Ware. Burks laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistent. And continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
And here is Hero after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Here's Adebayo. Puts the fadeaway right on the money.
From about the extent of Adebayo's range, just far enough to keep the D honest.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And Lillard gets it to go.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now Hero drills the 3-pointer.
And a legitimate threat to connect from deep. Hero doesn't lack confidence trying his luck from there.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. The Bucks making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Heat also with the sub. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Hero. Works for 3. Offensive rebound. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Pass to Adebayo. And here is Robinson. 5 on the clock. Wiggins from outside gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And how about the confidence of Wiggins? His teammates want him to take those shots.
Lillard, bounce pass. Kuzma kicks to Prince. Pass to Portis. Over Adebayo. Portis can't get it to go.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Trent's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Still yet to score. Can they get it? And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Gary Trent is out there with Porter, and it's Green in at the small forward. Here's Hero. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
And here is Antetokounmpo. Outside, Green. Portis finds Green. Buries it from three-point range. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Pass to Hero. Good ball movement here by Miami. Jovic passes to Larson. Milwaukee with the rebound. Now Trent. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Jovic. They set the pick. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Knocks down the 3 ball. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think, number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Mitchell against Lillard. Over Burks. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And with how well Lillard shoots it from deep, that mid-range, Jay, is normally going to be open.
Back to Mitchell. There's 42 seconds left now here in the second. Burks' shot is good. And the Heat lead by 2.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Lillard with it. 7 points in the game. Puts out the key, Prince. Pass to Kuzma. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Miami Heat. On the wing, Mitchell. Here's Adebayo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
And Adebayo drops them both. Just 4 seconds left in the first half of basketball. There's Lopez with the 3. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Miami ahead. Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. They've got Wiggins, Tyler Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. No good with the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And at this point, Tyler Hero's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Hero's an outstanding offensive player.
And that's Dame showing that competitive side. Loves a good duel, especially from range.
Burks in the corner. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And the Heat, another 3.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Lillard against Hero. Lillard outside. Shoots over Hero. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Lillard.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Lillard against Hero. And that one drops. Hero's got 7 points.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. 3-pointer, Lillard. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
Adebayo, that's a 2-pointer. And that one is off. Bucks trail by 3. Down low, Lopez. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Lopez has got his first bucket in this one.
Can't let Lopez get comfortable down low. The second he does, there's no stopping.
A different look for Milwaukee. Sims is checked in, and Bobby Portis subbed in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Here's Adebayo on the money from 12 feet away. Adebayo's got his second basket.
I like watching Adebayo operate inside. He is so efficient down low.
Prince outside. Pass to Lillard for the tie. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player.
Smith checked in for the Bucks. Kevin Porter comes in for Prince. Lillard outside. And there's the big-time jam. He slams it right over Mitchell.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Adebayo with the bucket. Adebayo's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Heat lead. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Gary Trent is out there with Porter, and it's Green in at the 3. Here's Larson. Hero on the wing, guarded by Porter. A rebound by the Bucks.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Yeah, guys, they've shown a ton of character in making this comeback. Now they've got to finish the job.
Basket good. And the Heat lead by 2.
And how about Harrell's body control, capable of still scoring even when the defense ups the ante in terms of physicality.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout, and he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He said to his guys, we need to push the pace more. Come on, guys, we're at our best when we're attacking in transition. Energy up now. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
Wiggins outside. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Hero on the wing. Burks sets a screen for Hero. And it's Miami with another.
And, you know, some guys shrink as the game tightens. Hero calls for the ball. Clutch.
Here's Giannis. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wiggins against Kuzma. Outside, Hero. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Hero's got the lead up to 8 now for the Heat. Milwaukee's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Here's Antetokounmpo. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Here's Adebayo. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Kuzma passes to Giannis. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. And again, Miami with the triple.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Wiggins left side. Burks kicks to Hero. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's in there. And now a 9-point Heat lead.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Alec Burks. 2 shots.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so it's Miami winning this one. They seem to thank so much, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Take a look at this matchup. Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, BA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back and forth action in this one.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Ricochet in at the 3. Now here's George. 5 to shoot. Good on the bucket.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Pass to Ricochet. Back to Young. Shoots over Maxey. Young with the bucket.
Ridiculous handles there. How effective is he at creating opportunities?
Man, Brent, when Trae Young is on the floor, his teams put up ridiculous offensive numbers. What makes Trae a difference maker?
Well, I think Trae's relentlessness as an offensive player is hard to defend. I mean, he is so quick with the basketball. He gets into the teeth of the defense and causes so many problems, BA. He sometimes has those stretches where he becomes an offense unto himself.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Undeniable range. Young is going to pull up the moment he gets any angle out there.
Back to Maxey. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Now here's Johnson. Young with it. Oubre picks him up. And the shot goes. Young's got 7 points.
Ooh, there's some of that sweet touch that Trae Young brings around the rim.
Pass to Grimes. Outside Oubre. George for three, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Back to Young. Here's Risacher. A minute 15 left to play in the first. Another three for Atlanta.
When you hit a three on Young, you can expect him to come right back at you.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Now here's Maxey. The Sixers again can't hit. LeVert outside. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter here. Fires the three. Rebound by Philadelphia. Here's Maxey. Launches a three, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. LeVert with the ball. Capella screen on Maxey. Now LeVert tipped. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Sixers on top. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. We've got George Niang. Karis LeVert is out there with Risacher. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Mann in at the small forward position. Knocks it down from distance.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
Yeah, defense has got to be a little bit better, especially when he's looking to fire from that distance.
Niang, the pass to LeVert. Back to Niang. The three is up. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Pass to Risacher. Back to Capella. And here's LeVert. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown. LeVert's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Butler. Embiid inside. Guarded by Capella. Embiid misses. Hawks trail by 3. Here's Risacher. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Such raw shooting ability for Risacher in his first year.
Here's Yabusele. Pass to McCain. Outside Butler. 4-3. Nails it from 3.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And it's a completely new group for the 76ers. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Johnson comes in for Niang. Daniels is checked in for Mann. And it's Trae Young in for LeVert. Now here's Young. He's got 10. Here's Okongwu. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Sixers lead by 4. Here's Oubre. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. And now the Sixers on the break. Lets it go from the wing. Oubre on the wing. And the 76ers another 3.
Gotta know the scouting report. You do not want Kelly Oubre to establish confidence in catch and shoot chances. Knocks it down.
There's Young with the 3. And it's Bona with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. And the 76ers making a change here. Drummond's checked in.
Coming up to the floor for your Sixers, number 1.
32 seconds left in the half. For 3, Maxey. Out to Oubre. Outside Maxey. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in. Maxey's got 8.
Sometimes the D likes to get physical with Maxey, but he has no back down in him.
Young looking over the floor. That one's off. Still out of sync. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Maxey. Then there's George. And it's Grimes in a shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Just 5 on the clock. Young. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. 12 points for him. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Nice shot by George.
Really no spot on the floor where George can't hurt you with a versatile scorer.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Now here's Okongwu. He's scoreless. Here's Risache. George defending. And Risache, the bucket on the assist from Okongwu.
I love how competitive this kid Risache is, coming right back with his own triple.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Oh, putting in the work. Embiid finishes inside.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
There's Young with the 3. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
Embiid can't hit. Hawks trail by 6. And you watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, BA? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare. Just think when he gets his confidence.
Yeah, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
the three. George. Rebounded by Daniels. Atlanta's gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Okongwu up top. Outside Young. Got a piece of it. Embiid with a steal. Maxey with it. And it's Young picking him up. Here's Oubre. And the shot goes in. Oubre's got 5.
Stepping up in a tough spot. Like to see Oubre Jr. staying aggressive like this.
A big group substitution here for Atlanta. Hawks trail by 6. Outside man. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And here's Capella. Still no points. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's LeVert for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
And there's a pick. Here's McCain. He takes it in. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 7.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Capella. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And Capella just smashing through the contact on the inside that time.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's McCain. 7 points in the game. Here's Grimes. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one on Johnson.
I think I saw him at the comedy club on Friday night. A little improv. He's having some fun out there.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw in this game. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter here. LeVert with the ball. Here's man. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
Make no mistake, that's a big-time 3.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. The Sixers on top, leading by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Hawks. They've got Karis LeVert, George Niang out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Krejci in at the point guard position. Here's McCain, and that one drops for him. And the 76ers lead by 3.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense, not that last possession.
Now that's a textbook alley-oop.
I thought he'd go for the slam, but that worked. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the 76ers. Here's Yabusele. Pass to Embiid. Outside Butler. Fires for 3. And here's Gordon from the arc. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Gordon's got his first 3 points of the game.
Gordon gets the pass there and takes off for the jump shot before the defense could react.
So both teams changing it up here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Thanks for that, Allie. 2 points. That one goes.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
For 3, Maxey. The rebound by Atlanta.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And here we go. Trae Young doing his thing. Cooking with grease right now.
Outside Oubre. George outside. Here's the three. He buries it from three.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Young against Maxey. Right side Young. A good look from Johnson. And the Hawks tack on 2 more.
And look at that. The vision is why Trae Young can get you double-digit assists.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Shoots over Okongwu. Rebounded by Johnson.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Fearless from Young inside.
That is why Trae Young has the ball.
The Sixers trailing. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid gets the double team. Here's Grimes. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Tremendous momentum building toward those final possessions.
Yeah, with 8 lead changes so far, it feels like this is going to come down to the last shot.
Johnson a screen on Maxey. Young, the pass to Johnson. Yes!
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Screen by Embiid. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
He's shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Here's Maxey. And it falls all over the rim and in. And the 76ers lead by 2.
Oh, commanding the ball in big spots. Maxey is so fearless.
And he's going for the lob. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game.
Oh, my. Ricochet. Just huge.
Now Embiid. Shot clock at 5. It's in!
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
So a close game sees Philadelphia taking this one. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to...
down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Buzelis out there with Vucevic. Then it's Ball. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's White in at the 2-guard spot. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Lets a floater go. He takes it up and lays it in.
And defensively, you hope you've accounted for everything. Then Giannis whips out the floater. Insane.
Now, here's Ball. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Giannis. Can't hit from 12.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And there's Buzelis on the assist from Ball.
Oh, smart pass there, setting up Buzelis in a position to cash in.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Milwaukee with the ball after the Bulls pick up 2. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Outside, Ball. Poked away and stolen by Prince. Here's Kuzma. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. Kuzma pulls it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Prince can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Outside, Ball. Pass to White. And White with the stuff.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
Lillard outside. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Chicago with the rebound. On the wing, Giddey. Guarded by Kuzma. And Giddey gets it to go.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Sims is checked in. Bobby Portis comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Trent's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Porter subbed in for Taurean Prince. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Josh Giddey. And Jones subbed in for Ball. Here's White, following the score by Damian Lillard. And he comes up with the deuce. White's got 6 points.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Now, here's Lillard. Trent outside from the arc. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Outside, White. Smith with a screen on Porter. White. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Dosunmu is out there with Trey Jones. And it's Smith. Then it's Williams. And it's Giddey in at the 3. Here's Jones. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Porter against Jones. Yep, that one goes. Jones has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Trent outside, jacks up a 3, sinks the triple. Trent's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker, improves his passing each and every year.
Richard, we know how hard the game is to play, but I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
Williams, a screen on Green. Giddey, no good. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. 6-point game. And Green gets it to go.
And with the height to see over the defense, the eyes to spot the open man, Giannis continues to flourish as a facilitator.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Porter. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Trey Jones. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Three-pointer Lillard. And again Milwaukee with the triple.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Pass the ball. Takes the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Ball's got 5 points so far.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Buzelis.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
The Bulls making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Good on the second free throw. 1:11 left to play in the first half. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Bucks trail by 4. Lillard, the pass to Lopez. He takes it in and then jammed out as he goes right over Nikola Vucevic.
And I love when Lopez attacks like this, putting his size and long strides to great use there.
Vucevic setting the pick for Jones. Good on the three-point shot. 9 points in the game so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
That one goes in. Portis has got his second basket of the game.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Jones for three. Another three for Chicago. 19 seconds left here in the second.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Here's Lillard to the wing on the left. Kuzma can't get it to go. And so it's Chicago with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Prince, and it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Ball against Lillard. Buzelis with the ball. White. That 3 off the mark. Prince, right side. Three-pointer, Lillard. Good, and a nice assist from Prince. Lillard's got the first basket of the second half here for Milwaukee. Giddey the pass to Vucevic. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Hard to deny Vooch inside when he can play over or through you.
Lopez outside. Back to Lillard. Pass to Prince. Now here's Lopez. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Lock at 6. From outside, off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's White on the wing. And here is Giddey. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Vucevic. Good D by Lopez.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
2 points. That one goes. Antetokounmpo's got 7 points.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Giddey with the screen on Antetokounmpo. Great open look there. He's got 5. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks, trailing by 5. Pass to Lillard for 3. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Trent's checked in for Milwaukee. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Williams is checked in. Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. And stolen by Lillard. We've got 1:28 left in the third. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. It's good from long range. Lillard's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Bucks.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. A different look for Milwaukee. Smith checked in for Lopez, and it's Portis in for Antetokounmpo. Chicago also making some changes. Smith comes in for Vucevic, and it's Dosunmu in for Josh Giddey. Pass to Smith. To the inside. And Ball slams it in.
There is no doubt that Ball brings his flight gear to the arena. The man has a little bit of bounce on him.
Lillard, the pass to Portis. And good that time. Here's Ball. He has 7. Shoots over Lillard. Ball no good. The Bucks trail. Trent left side. Kicks it out to Lillard. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Oh, tough play from White here. Hits the foul, but doesn't give up finishing what he started.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Livingston's checked in, and Porter subbed in for Taurean Prince. The Bulls making a change here as well. Trey Jones is checked in for Ball. Jones against Lillard. Fires the 3. He doesn't hit that one. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Bulls lead by 2. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. So for Chicago right now, they've got Josh Giddey. Smith is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Jones. And it's Dosunmu in at the shooting guard position. Now Porter. Trent outside. Portis sets the pick for Trent. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Trent's got the lead up to 1 now for the Bucks.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Jones in the post. Porter's there.
And Antetokounmpo's size, no doubt a huge factor, a master at getting up to block shots.
And a wide open look for Porter. No good on the 3. Chicago's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. And the rejection by Giannis. Williams gets the bucket. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Big brute substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Jalen Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Kobe White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And Ball subbed in for Jones. It's good. Lopez has got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
Can't let Lopez get comfortable down low. The second he does, there's no stopping.
Fades away. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. To the paint. Here's Giannis. Misses, and he wants that one back.
I don't know how that one doesn't go in. Nice cushion between him and the defender.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Giddey finds White. Here's Vucevic. Lopez covering. Fader on the way. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by White. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Look at that shot. Vucevic not afraid to carry the weight, so to speak, in a tough situation. The team knows they can rely on him.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
And you know he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Here's Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Lillard against Ball, and Lillard gets to Giannis. Here's Kuzma. Good, and it's Giannis picking up the assist.
And easy to see why they turn to Kuzma in these moments. They trust him to go get one.
Pass to Vucevic.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Vucevic pulls it down. So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
Incredible. The rookie, Buzelis, coming through at the biggest moment of the game. This kid is special.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Pretty much, they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
And if they go on to win this, they can look back at that free throw as the pivotal moment.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. With the game in the balance, Coach was calm in the huddle. His main message, execution. He told his team to make sure to remember what they talked about during shoot-around. We've got a great ending in store, guys.
Thanks, David. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. .11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Missed. Here's Buzelis. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. We've got Lonzo Ball. Buzelis out there with Vucevic, and it's Kobe White, and it's Giddey in at the small forward position.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
First free throw is good, and that gives them the lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 2-point ball game.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
That's to Vucevic. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game. Vucevic has gone a nice 5 of 8 shooting from the floor. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Giddey finds White. Now Ball. White a screen on Lillard. Here's Vucevic. That one falls. Vucevic has got 4 this quarter.
Not stopping Vucevic that time, powering through the defenders.
Giannis with it. Now guarded by Vucevic.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Chicago has gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Pass to Vucevic. Over Lopez. And it's Vucevic missing. Giddey against Prince. And the double up onto Antetokounmpo. Kicks it out to Lillard. Stolen by Ball. Now Buzelis covered by Giannis. Here's Vucevic. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It drops.
Vooch, the big man, makes the biggest play of the night.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2. But if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Vucevic down low. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to... And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride now on the line. Here we go. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Certainly some pressure on those free throws, but he still delivered.
Ball, the pass to Vucevic. 6 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Ball, no good. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. By himself. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And throwing it down, not necessarily Buzelis' game, but don't give him that much space.
To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. Money!
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
White looking around. Here's Vucevic. Good D by Lopez.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Loads it up for Giannis. It's stolen by Buzelis. In transition, here come the Bulls. Yes!
Look, Vooch is a big man that can score at all 3 levels. And look, his versatility makes him a nightmare for defenses.
Ball against Lillard. And the double up out of the Kumbo. Prince wide open. It's money from deep.
Nice play. They're now in control. Just have to play smart, solid defense here. No quick buckets and no easy threes.
Here's Vucevic. It falls. And oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
Big man Vooch showing some quickness on that release.
Giannis outside. Left block shot on the way. Got it! So a close game sees Milwaukee taking it. Thank you for that, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Onside, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and our reporter, David Aldridge.
BA. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
And now the opening lineup for Chicago. They've got Josh Giddey,
Kevin, how much time do we have? I mean, do we have time to do a whole podcast? I mean, it's everything. They know more about the game. They're smarter. They've seen it all. They have developed a professionalism and a mental toughness. They've been through every situation. I could go on and on.
And there's that fine line between being too weighted in that direction and not having the kind of skill players, the youth, that can drive that engine.
Yeah, I think having a good mix of youth and veterans is very important to teams.
So here's Miami's starting group. Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center position. Now Hero. Paul George missing from long range. Back to Adebayo. Pass to Burks. Shoots the three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Connects from three-point range.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Burks finds Hero. The three ball buries the long-range jumper.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
For three, Oubre. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Now, here's Burks. He's covered closely. To the inside. Here's Hero. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Now, here's Adebayo. And Hero the bucket on the assist by Adebayo. Hero's got 8 points.
Oh, a dead-eye shooter. Hero is always ready to snipe it off the feed.
Timeout.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. Now, they were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former first overall pick. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And finished off by Edwards.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Robinson. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Heat shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That free throw, no good. Kyle Anderson, who's checked in for the Heat. He hits the second from the line. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Here's Maxey. After the basket by Davion Mitchell. And he gets it to go.
And Maxey plays with so much energy. That time he wheels that one in off the contact.
Inside, here's Adebayo. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Tyler Hero has been leading the charge for the Heat. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Heat.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
On the court for the Heat, Duncan Robinson out there with Anderson. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Larson in at the 2 spot. And Miami making a change here. Highsmith is checked in.
Number 24, Highsmith.
Butler feeling out of it. From 11 feet away. And he makes that one. Butler's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the 76ers. The Heat leading by 5. And here is Hero. 8 points for him. Over Butler. Shot's good by Hero. Hero's got 10 points in the game.
And how about Harrell's body control, capable of still scoring even when the defense ups the ante in terms of physicality.
Pass to Embiid. Over Anderson. Again, Philadelphia. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Robinson, that's good.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And some changes here for the 76ers. Oubre comes in for Edwards. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Butler. Pass to Grimes. Misses in close.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. Pass to Oubre. And here's Embiid, guarded by Robinson. Embiid kicks to Oubre. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. Oubre's got 6.
Using those sight lines to find an open guy. Embiid always ready to deliver.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Adebayo. Hasn't made one yet. Ball's knocked loose. 1:03 left in the first half. Shot clock at 5. Burks for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Burks has got 5 points in the quarter.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Back to Maxey. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Oh, nice shot by Maxey. He is definitely a 3-level guy.
Pass to Burks. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Adebayo. Good on the bucket. And the Heat lead by 8.
Just playing so strong down low. Adebayo knows you got to be ready for the fight inside.
George passes to Maxey. Rebound by Mitchell. Pass to Adebayo. Over George. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Miami Heat in the driver's. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from Cleveland. They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You gotta like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
We've got Oubre. He's out there with Paul George. Maxey out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Hero with the screen on Oubre. Adebayo kicks to Hero. No good from outside. The 76ers trail by 8. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg had some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Wiggins kicks to Hero. Fires for 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
Up top, Embiid. Embiid punches it down.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to talk to his guys. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert, because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him.
Right.
Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
And what a smooth three-point shot. George has worked hard to develop that stroke.
Wiggins outside. Back to Hero. There's the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Hero's got 6 here in this quarter.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
That one goes. Count it.
And there's no hesitation from Hero. When the shot's there for him, he is looking to let it fly.
Here's Embiid. He has 6. Embiid owns the lane.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Pass to Burks. Here's Ware. Now Wiggins from outside the arc. Trains it from beyond the arc. Wiggins has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And how about the confidence of Wiggins? His teammates want him to take those shots.
Oubre outside. Wiggins with the rebound.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Maxey. Pass to Grimes. George with the ball. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. From 8, and there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by George. That's 10 points for Joel Embiid.
Yeah, that's a nice dish. A lot of times the best way to put the ball in the right spot is with that bounce pass.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them And what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th, we've got Duncan Robinson. Anderson is out there with Hero. And it's Larson in at the 2-guard spot. Out to Edwards. Drills it from outside.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Hero from long range. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Embiid with a screen on Hero. Pass to McCain. On the top of the key. It's hauled in by Hero. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. Here's Larson. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Cans it from downtown. And now a 12-point Miami lead.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. Coach told his guys, lock in, this is it, leave everything out on the floor. A simple message down the stretch. We'll see if it resonates. Guys?
Thank you, David. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Oh, what a sweet shot by Maxey. Not putting too much behind it.
Now Adebayo. Outside, Hero. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers trail by 10. Oubre finds Maxey. Back to Oubre. Off target from outside. Miami's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Hero, the bounce pass. Out left to the wing. Wiggins outside. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
No stopping Wiggins there. You have to respect his aggressiveness and fighting mentality.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And also, got to be impressed with their interior play, getting it in the paint and figuring out ways to score.
The Heat leading by 13.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Miami.
And the big difference here was accuracy from 3-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, they really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Tyler Hero.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Pass to Burks. Now, here's Adebayo. And Hero the bucket on the assist by Adebayo. And the Heat lead by 17. Here's Philadelphia. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Maxey sets a screen for Oubre. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They came in here. Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
course, you were a gifted passer, a conference assist leader. What makes a great playmaker?
Well, look at Brian Anderson doing his homework on his partner here. I think, obviously, you have to have some vision. You've got to have a handle to be able to get to the spots you want to on the floor, to deliver the pass at the appropriate angle. But maybe most importantly, you have to have a desire to make your teammates better.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Risachet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the center position. Now here's Mobley. Back to Garland. Shoots over Young. Garland, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer. Force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, BA.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Here's Garland. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
I like the toughness required on that finish by Darius Garland. Boy, oh boy, that was nice. The willingness to mix it up on the interior, so important.
Here's Risachet. Sinks the tray.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And out on the wings, Zach Risachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Now here's Mitchell. Out to Mobley. Lets the three fly. Sends it home from three-point land.
Okay, quick shooting from the big fella. Mobley knocking in the jumper.
A minute 58 left to play in the first quarter. The three from Risachet. And the Hawks with another three.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Mitchell. Back to Garland. There's the triple. And Cleveland another three.
Oh, Darius Garland asserting himself. The answer back from distance.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. A different look for Cleveland. Hunter's checked in for Evan Mobley. And Okoro is subbed in for Strus. And a change for the Hawks. Levert's checked in. Now here's Young. Puts the move on. And it's good on the lay-in. Young's got his second basket.
Courageous play by Young. I mean, he goes inside, he gets past the contact to his shot.
The three from Okoro. Okongwu with the rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Daniels misses. Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Garland. Pass to Allen. The three from Mitchell. The rebound by the Hawks. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Now here's Levert. Checked by Mitchell. Johnson with it. Young from long range. He drops it from range. Young's got 7.
Yeah, often shooting from way beyond the arc. Young easily pops in the short-range 3.
Allen finds Hunter. Allen with a screen on Johnson. Back to Allen. Off with the layup. Young against Garland. Young inside. Here's Daniels. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My good.
And so it's Atlanta, ending the quarter up 10. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Atlanta.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
DeAndre Hunter is out there with Okoro. Then there's Mobley. Then it's Green. And it's Jerome in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. And Cleveland making a change here. Strus is checked in. Outside Hunter. Mobley on a screen. From the stripe. Hunter, good.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Man with it. And here's LeVert for three. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, you cannot allow Karis LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
Doris, one thing you can say about Karis LeVert, he knows how to seize an opportunity.
And the thing about it, BA, is it doesn't matter if that opportunity comes when he's being a starter or when he's coming off the bench. His mindset is, my skill set is score, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
And Cleveland making a change here. Garland's checked in. Bufkin, he's checked in for the Hawks. Down low. Here's Capella. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Capella's got his first 2 points of the night.
Mixing power with athletic ability, Capella has become a solid interior scoring option.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Shot clock at 6. Back to Garland. Takes a three. Capella with a rebound. The Hawks lead by 7. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021, and his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Brian, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie.
Tremendous balance and body control. Darius Garland, no stranger to finishing inside.
Capella, screen on Hunter. Out to the right wing. Here's Bufkin. Count it. Good. When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, B.A., that's a tremendous point, because when you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots from 3. I mean, big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Jerome.
There's a reason teams put the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands. This guy, you trust him to make the right play.
1:05 left to play in the first half. Pass to Rizachet. Launches it. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
And you see how dangerous Rizachet can be from deep, especially considering how fast his release is.
Outside Hunter. Outside Mitchell. Fires the 3. Yes, sir! Mitchell from long range.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Back to Young. Over Strus. Young can't hit.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Thompson, a screen on Young. And here's Strus outside. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Donovan Mitchell on time and on target. Pretty pass.
Here's Young. Oh, Young with a physical finish inside.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Here's Strus. Offline with a baseline jumper. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Hawks ahead, up by 4. Well, now we have some. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the court for the Hawks. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young, and it's Risache in at the 3 spot. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Mitchell, the pass to Allen. Allen a screen from deep. Mitchell. It's rebounded by Risache.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Beyond the arc. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Yeah, Trae Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. Garland scanning the floor. Back to Mobley. Here's Mitchell. From about 19. Again, the miss by Mitchell. The Hawks lead by 8. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the contest. And the free throw, no good.
Coming into the league, a lot of people see Zachary Risache as a 3-and-D guy. The question becomes, what more can he bring to the table as he matures as a player?
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. And we've got a timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Hunter's checked in for Cleveland. Niang, he's checked in for the Hawks. Karis LeVert comes in for Trae Young. 1:50 left in the third. Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell gets it done inside.
Boy, nothing you can do about that. Mitchell is just simply that good, converting over aggressive defense.
And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title?
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
Such a wide open look. Mobley's got 5 points.
Okay, Evan Mobley a big, folks, but you can see the touch on that mid-range jumper. That's pure.
Pass to Risache. Picked up by Okongwu. Back to Niang. Now here's LeVert. Here's Risache. He's got 14. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Being able to take over a game in your rookie season like Risache shows you a lot about him.
To the inside. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. No problems knocking that one down. Risache's got 11 in the second half.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end. Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And he banks in the layup. Risache's got 22.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over.
And so it's Atlanta in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. Up big because of their three-point shooting. Just going to town from downtown tonight. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Max Strus. Dean Wade is out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then it's Darius Garland, and it's Jerome in a two-guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Here's Wade. Buries it from 3.
Well, Darius Garland showing good vision and making good decisions. Exactly what you need from your point guard.
LeVert goes in. Soft touch off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 17.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Garland. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Timeout. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error for the Cavaliers. Allen, he's checked in for Wade. Mobley comes in for Hunter. And Donovan Mitchell is subbed in for Jerome. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, B.A.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, Jared Allen has length and athleticism, and that's an easy opportunity. Wow.
And Atlanta with possession here. They led by as many as 18. Here's Young. Excellent body control from Young.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Young against Garland. Pass to Allen. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Allen's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, how about the touch inside from Jared Allen? This guy has got such length and mobility. You add that touch and look out, folks. He's going to be tremendous.
Chalk up 2 there.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Back to Garland. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Darius Garland clearly in a groove, and his teammates just rely on him to get great production.
The Hawks lead by 13. Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Here's Risache. Outside Johnson. And Risache, the bucket on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Hawks.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Zachary Risache.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Outside Young. Bucket. He's now 9 for 11 after that one.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
It's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.
quality basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Prince, and it's Kuzma in at the small forward spot.
And George, a volume three-point shooter. He possesses outstanding confidence and leans into that perimeter game.
Lillard left side. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Hey, Brent, Damian Lillard is as clutch as they come. He is fearless. Where do you think that comes from? Why is he so effective late in tight games?
Such a great question, Kevin, but for Damian Lillard, I think it boils down to one word, and that is confidence. I mean, he has legitimately the ultimate confidence in all the work that he puts in the offseason to be in these moments, to have the ball in his hands, and it's been proven time and time again that he can come through. It's why we see him tap his wrist and it being game time. Those are some of the most memorable moments of his career.
Now George, after the missed three from Damian Lillard. Shakes him. George, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
From deep, Prince drops in the tray.
A good shooter and has some range. Taurean Prince welcoming all catch and shoot opportunities.
Here's Maxey. Oubre for three. Kuzma pulls it in. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Down low, and to Antetokounmpo. That one good for two.
And I like that. Giannis slowing down just a little bit, in control there.
Outside, George. Maxey sets a screen for George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Brent, for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar. And these guys have been contenders ever since.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alden.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in him, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
Yeah, thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. And here's Maxey after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Sims is checked in. Bobby Portis comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Trent's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Porter subbed in for Prince. Now, here's Maxey. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Butler comes in for Maxey. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Green comes in for Lillard. Here's Antetokounmpo. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Embiid with it. No scoring in this one. Just 3 on the clock. Count it.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Bucks on top. They lead by 3. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
We've got Butler. Edwards is out there with Yabusele. And there's Embiid. And it's McCain in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start this second quarter. And Butler gets it to go.
It's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Now, Antetokounmpo. The shake. There's Giannis with the slam.
Yeah, I don't know how many defenders are stopping Giannis when he's up like that.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 2. Pass to Embiid. Count that one. Embiid's got his second basket of the night.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Edwards.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And Embiid throws it down.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw dropping.
Porter outside. Trains the three-pointer. Porter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really, the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. Lopez a screen on Oubre. Kuzma outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Grimes passes to Oubre. Lopez against Embiid. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Milwaukee in the lead. And stolen by Maxey. George dishes to Oubre. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
I could see that contact really didn't bother Oubre Jr. on that possession.
Hey, Brett, where would you rank the Lopez brothers as the best NBA siblings?
Well, they've had storied careers, both of them. Certainly in terms of the argument about the best twins to ever play the game, you could make an argument for them. You had, of course, Tom and Dick Van Arsdale in the 60s, Horace and Harvey Grant in the 90s. But what the Lopez brothers have been able to do, not in terms of their longevity, but in terms of their contribution to their teams, both very different. These guys have to be up there.
Lopez outside. Pass to Kuzma. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now George. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Maxey against Lillard. Maxey no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And Lillard kicks to Kuzma. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And now a 4-point Milwaukee lead. Maxey looking it over. Here's Embiid. He can't get it to go. And so it's Kyle Kuzma making things happen for the Bucks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot rumble, please. They're entering up that shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Taurean Prince is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. George has got 11 points.
That's a tough shot for a lot of people, but PG makes it look easy.
Lopez a screen. Here's Lillard. Count the basket and the foul. That one on George. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
You love Lillard because he loves the game, and this is a guy who just wants to be out there. He wants the ball in the hands, and he tries not to get caught up in all the drama that happens around the game. It's 100% focused on it.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. Three-pointer. And the Bucks miss again. The 76ers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader. But he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Prince kicks to Lillard. To the wing on the left. Here's Kuzma. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 10 points for him.
Look, Kuzma will get inside there and bang around, and he's going to take it down.
Outside, George. Back to Maxey. Puts it up from 12. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Maxey's got the lead up to 4 now for the 76ers. Kuzma outside. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Lopez, a screen on Maxey to the middle. Lopez inside, guarded by Embiid. Bucket is good.
Lopez big around the rim.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. It's George on the wing, guarded by Kuzma. George passes to Grimes. Shot clock at 6. Embiid with a screen on Prince. Grimes with the bucket.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Back to Lillard. Launches a 3. Rebound by the 76ers. George with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Here's Maxey. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Bucks trail by 5. Here's Kuzma. That one no good. George with the defensive effort. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Grimes with the bucket.
What a nice attribute to have with your wing player being able to operate and control the offense. That's what PG can do.
Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Take it up strong, big fella.
Now here's Embiid. He's got 9. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And so it's Philadelphia in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Bucks trail by 8. Edwards is out there with Yabusele. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Butler. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Embiid kicks to Butler. Back to Embiid. To the inside. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And it's Trent in the corner. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now on the night. To the paint. Pass to McCain. Edwards looking it over. Here's McCain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Good on the triple.
Don't sleep on Embiid's ability to create for his teammates, and it helps draw defensive attention away from his attack.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. So both teams making some changes here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. Now, he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Total lack of hesitation. Lillard trusting his selections completely.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Lopez against Embiid. Over Lopez. That's short off the rim. Bucks trail by 9. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lillard. Back to Giannis. Wow, Giannis with a strong finish inside.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
There's Embiid. Again, Philadelphia.
And this is the beauty of Embiid's game. He has a shot from anywhere on the floor.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. What muscle from Giannis on the finish.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
1:44 left in the fourth. Now here's Embiid. Lopez covering. Shoots from 14. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Maxey. Maxey's got his 3rd assist on the night. Giannis against Oubre. Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in.
Giannis finding the mid-range J, and he can score over the top.
The 76ers leading by 7. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Lopez against Embiid. 6 to shoot. On the wing. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
And that's an intentional foul.
That's his 2nd personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, Milwaukee. And they double up Maxey. Here's Grimes. Bangs home the trifecta. And the 76ers lead by 8.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Kuzma, that's good.
And Kuzma coming alive with that bucket in the clutch.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. On offense here, the Bucks. Kuzma outside. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Nice find by Lillard. He deserves some recognition for that kind of passing.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he is unable to get the second one.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Nails the tray.
His team is in a tight spot, but Lillard keeps his cool, totally focused on getting them what they need.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And Lillard kicks to Prince. Giannis passes to Lillard. Here's Kuzma. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And so they foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
Three-pointer, Lillard. A three-pointer, good! What a shot! But they may take a second to look at it. Boy, that was to be reviewed. Ruled originally a basket. We'll see if it gets overturned, which would end the game. However, if it is ruled good, we'll be heading to overtime.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. Prince's shot is good.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
The 76ers trail by 3. Outside, Maxey uses the glass to finish the layup.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
Yeah, breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together.
Prince can't hit. The 76ers shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. Outside, George. Pass to Embiid.
And how about the poise from Embiid? Gets fouled, but stays with the shot and able to get that one in the air.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Tremendous job at the line, as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Here's Giannis. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And here are the 76ers now. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Money! Oh, the nerve
loves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Down low, Oubre, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oubre right there, just not afraid to take it at the defense.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. From deep, Prince, it's good. And that shot brings them to within just one.
Well, the bigger the possession, the more engaged Taurean Prince is. Wow.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Embiid. Trying to get open is Oubre. It counts. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
All right, David, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Selfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5. Now here's Wiggins. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
What a move right there from Wiggins. And that one's tough to guard.
Outside Strus. Mobley outside. Jacks up a 3. Hits the trifecta.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. Outside Burks. Pass to Wiggins. Now Adebayo takes the 3. Drills it from deep.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Mitchell. Garland looking around. Uses the glass on the layup.
You see the body control that Garland has. Takes on the defender, gets hit, adjusts, and finishes. It's just a work of art.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Hero. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Mitchell. And Cleveland another 3.
Hitting that shot helps loosen the driving lanes a little, and we know Mitchell only needs a crack of daylight.
And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, "Baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift." Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. Knocks down the long J. Hero's got 5 now.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
Mitchell against Wiggins, and that one's good. Mitchell
starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Pass to Ware. Back to Hero. Now Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. Over Strus. And the shot is good. Drop it in off the front of the rim. He's got 6.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Garland finds Mobley. The 3. On target from range. Mobley's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, Mobley. Okay, I see you showing off that shooting ability.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Hero against Garland. And the Heat, another 3.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Outside Garland. Over Hero. Great look there, but off target.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Tyler Hero has been on display for the Heat. 8 points in the quarter. Showing. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on Miami so far?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
On the court for Miami here in the second. We've got Kevin Love. Kyle Anderson is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Larson in at the shooting guard position. Robinson on the wing. Hunter covering. Hero outside. Pass to Larson. The shot. Hero, no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Here's Jerome. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Jerome's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Hero outside. Drains the triple.
Yeah, what an assertive move by Hero. Dropping an emphatic answer three.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Pass to Okoro. Green with the ball. Outside Hunter. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Kevin Love.
The length of Mobley, that's what's challenging for many defenders, which is why you pretty much resort to fouling him.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better. He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Mobley outside. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Strus. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 5 rebounds in the game. 16 feet out. It's good.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Strus. No made baskets yet. He was all alone on that one.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Heat leading by 6. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavs. Mitchell comes in for Jerome. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Hero. Adebayo a screen on Garland. And that one's good. Burks has got his second basket of the night. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Outside Strus. Three-pointer. And Garland with a basket on the assist by Strus. Garland's got 5 points.
And Garland can get going from deep, which is why you can't give him very much space.
Hunter against Adebayo. Outside Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Knocks down the triple. Robinson's got 6 here in the quarter.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Oh, Mitchell gets it done inside.
Athleticism on display from Mitchell, allowing him to figure out that inside coverage.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Burks. Puts up a 3. Strus grabs the miss. Pass to Garland. Banked it in off the glass. And now it's just a 4-point Heat lead.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Burks for 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Miami out in front. They're up by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today?
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
Strus at small forward with Mobley next to him. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's Allen in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now here's Mobley, outside Strus. Pass to Mitchell, fires for 3. And Hero grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And he's going for the oop here. Outside Strus. Mobley outside. The 3 from Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell with the smooth stroke from distance.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Pass to Adebayo. Left side Burks. Adebayo sets a screen. The Heat rebound. Hero against Mitchell. Tries again. Hero with the bucket. Hero's got 13.
You got to do more than that to stop Hero. He's superb at staying under control.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, "We have each other's backs." That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Wiggins. He has 6. 11 feet out. Oh, Wiggins with the silky touch at the rim.
The mid-range wasn't always Wiggins' favorite, but he is becoming more and more consistent from there.
2 minutes.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Garland. Allen a screen. 20 feet out. And the shot is good by Garland. He's got 9.
Pretty savvy move there by Garland, making space with that pick and roll.
And in Garland, we're looking at one of the best passers in the league, Richard.
I don't think he gets enough credit for it. He's got such a great feel for the game, the way he wiggles in and out of the lane. It is so impressive. He is such a great, confident floor leader.
And Cleveland making a change here. Hunter's checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Robinson's checked in. Back to Adebayo. Outside Burks. Hits a 3-pointer. And the Heat lead by 6.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Outside Mitchell. Hunter on the wing. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. On the wing, Mitchell. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Garland's got 3 assists tonight.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
Hero, no good. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I'd go for it.
Outside Garland. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Good work defensively by Robinson. Heat leading by 4. Over Garland. And Miami again with the bucket.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Hero against Garland. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Hunter. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Hunter's got his second bucket of the night. And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's the Heat. They're up by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Here's Jerome setting the floor for Miami. They've got Kyle Anderson. He's out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Hero in at the 1. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Ooh, Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. On the wing, Strus. Robinson defending. There's the three. Rebound by the Heat. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Now here's Hero. Three-pointer. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
They're just letting the play develop. Hero is gifted at reading and breaking defenses down.
Outside Garland. And the three off target.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Jovic passes to Hero. And again, Miami with a triple.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. A different look for Cleveland. Jared Allen, he's checked in for Wade. Mobley comes in for Hunter. And Mitchell subbed in for Jerome. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. They were encouraging their team to run, look for breaks. Coach wants to see them getting into transition more. Back to you, Brian.
Thank you for that, Allie.
And that's why you have to stay attached to Garland. He's got a quick shot, and he will fire it with any amount of space.
Pass to Burks. Back to Adebayo. And he lobs it up. It's stolen by Garland. Right side, Mitchell. Here's Allen. Outside Garland. The three is up. And the Cavaliers, another three.
He is a leader on and off the floor. Garland, this man is a coach's dream.
Wiggins outside. Back to Hero. Fires from deep. Mitchell grabs a miss.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a three of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
That one falls. And now just a 2-point Heat lead.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Yeah, in these moments, Hero knows he has to step up, so he works hard to find the bucket.
Here's Mitchell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Alec Burks.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Both free throws good from Mitchell.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Here's Hero. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
Didn't really need to put himself off balance like that, but hey, he'll take it.
Mitchell against Burks. Allen a screen from deep. Mitchell sends it home from three-point land. Mitchell's got 12 points here in the second half.
ICE, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Now here's Hero. Money.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Mitchell with the ball. The layup off target. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
Here's Hero. And it's blocked. He keeps control of the ball.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
Yeah, they need to focus on scoring every possession and not turning over the ball.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
Time called here. The Cavs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Going beyond mere stats, Mitchell breathes life into this offense. His energy lifts everyone around him.
Both free throws good from Mitchell.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a 1-possession game.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game. 15 seconds left in the fourth. And a deep three from Strus. Gets a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback.
Big Jared Allen outshining the bright lights.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep, Mobley lets it go from deep. Count it! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within 1. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he ends up making the second. And that'll put him up 2. So it's the Heat taking the W in a close one. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Kelly Oubre. He's out there with Embiid. Maxey out there with Paul George. And it's Grimes in at the 2. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. No good on the triple. Maxey against Giddey. Ball from long range. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Here's Grimes. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to talk. The challenge is slowing down Joel Embiid. Asked Coach what the game plan was. He said with Embiid, you know he's going to get to the line. You know he's going to get his. Our goal is to keep him away from the basket. If we get him settling for jumpers, that's a win for us. We'll see if they can force him to become a shooter in this one. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. And here's Vucevic over Embiid. Shot clock at 5. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
How about the concentration level of Vucevic? I mean, we often overlook that, but just keeping his hands steady on the shot attempts, even while getting bumped and roughed up a bit.
No problems knocking that one down.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
And Embiid with the block.
Big fella getting a little angry. Embiid, a force at the defensive end.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime in Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
Grimes with the bucket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here's Vucevic. Giddy the pass to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
No higher percentage shot than that, guys. You love seeing Vucevic finish at the rim like that. Excellent aggressiveness there.
Pass to Embiid. 1:15 left to play in the first. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Josh Giddey. And Jones subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Here's Maxey after the Bulls pick up 2. There's a good screen from past the arc. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Takes the 13-footer, and it's White missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
White looking around. Takes a 3. Connects from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the 76ers?
They look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Edwards, Abusele out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Butler. And it's McCain in at the 2-guard spot. Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but do you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball. But I don't think anybody likes, 1, guys flopping the draw fouls, and then 2, whining when fouls aren't called.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. You have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. You have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Giddey, no one around him. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. McCain's shot is off. Well, Chicago has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Now here's Jones. He has 5. Smith kicks to Giddey. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Giddey's got 7 points for the quarter. Well, they're passing to Embiid. The strength of Embiid on display.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Smith with a wide open look. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Here's Embiid, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Clark, we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special, special talent in Embiid.
And so here is Philadelphia. The Bulls getting the bucket. Maxey sets a screen for Oubre. Knocks down the 3 ball. Oubre's got 6.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Jones checked in for Josh Giddey. Here's White. 1:16 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Vucevic. The jump hook. And it's Bona with the rebound. And it's Maxey with the ball for the 76ers. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Recognize that space given, and Maxey pulled up in the mid-range for the bucket.
Now Jones. He has 5. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 7.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Grimes. Pass to George. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to fire.
Outside, Jones. And here's White. 6 on the shot clock. Ball finds Vucevic. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Vucevic has got the game tied up here for the Bulls. And so it's Josh Giddey making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. He ends up. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Josh Giddey.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
White is out there with Lonzo Ball. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works for the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. Hits the three-point bomb. Giddey's got 15 points.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. On the wing, Giddey. Pass to White. Buzelis with the ball. To the middle. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Giddey. Vucevic against Embiid, and it's Vucevic missing. The 76ers trail by 3. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. Love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
The 76ers with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Knocks it loose. Here we go, one-on-one. Out of bounds. It'll be the Bulls' ball. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for the Bulls. Yabusele, he's checked in for Philadelphia. The Bulls leading by 5. Outside, ball. Here's Giddey. Lays it up and banks it in. Giddey's got 5 points in the quarter.
Good vision that time by Ball. You leave somebody open around him, and he's going to get the ball to him.
To the inside. Stolen by Ball. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Moving it up. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist from Giddey. Vucevic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls. Pass to Grimes. In the corner, it's Oubre. Here's Yabusele. To halt the run. And Vucevic pulls it down.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Williams kicks to Giddey. Outside, White. Another one falls for Chicago.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The 76ers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Here's White. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Chicago. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Edwards is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Embiid. Then it's Butler. And it's McCain in at the 2-guard. Giddey the pass to Jones. And the layup is good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's McCain. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Jones kicks to Smith. Giddey against Edwards. Giddey no good.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And the shot goes down.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Bruce Ellis comes in for Williams. Kobe White is checked in for Dosunmu. And Ball subbed in for Jones. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
Vucevic gets double teamed. The Bulls with another miss. The 76ers trail by 7. And George kicks to Oubre. Pass to George. Good on the three-point shot.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
There's 1:38 left here in the fourth quarter. Giddey against George. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That is his first foul of the game. Inside. Here's Vucevic, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Maxey. 17-foot shot on the way. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Maxey. Maxey's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to Vucevic. They need this one. The kick out to Ball. Here's White. It's hauled in by George. Philadelphia's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. A fader. Got it. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Embiid. It's in.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page in terms of strategy here. Any thoughts?
Hey, they do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1. We'll see if they try.
Seconds left to play in the final quarter. Oubre outside. Embiid inside. Vucevic on him. From inside. Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
What confidence from Joel Embiid. Knocked that one down in a clutch situation.
Against George. Ball, a screen on George. Pass to Vucevic. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And that's going to do it for regulation. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Ball with it. We've got Joel Embiid. George is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. Vucevic with the bucket.
Even with the defense right on top of him, I mean, Vucevic maintains a nice soft touch on these inside shots. And the concentration is not to be overlooked either.
This is where Embiid wants the ball.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
High post Vucevic. Embiid's there. Vucevic dishes the ball. And the layup's good off the glass. Ball's got his first points of the night.
You know what? The size Ball possesses, guys, as a point guard is really a nice asset, especially when the defense tries to be physical.
Embiid inside. Vucevic defending. Embiid no good. Outside White. Second shot opportunity. Good.
And love the commitment from White. He took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Grimes passes to Maxey. Vucevic against Embiid. That one misses. Great D that time from Vucevic. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Chicago. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without foul.
And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And here are the 76ers now. Here's Maxey, and Ball with the block.
Ball's size and timing really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for Chicago, Lonzo Ball taking 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. I'm just not sure they have the time to pull this one off.
No doubt the clock is their biggest enemy right now. It just about take a magic trick for them to find the points they need.
Always able to see the complete floor. Maxey, great vision.
Personal foul.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that increases their lead to 6. Oubre outside. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game.
They've been a totally different squad here in the overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy.
Cans it from downtown. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They had to scrape and claw. Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg.